Okay, guys, thank you for being a part of the webinar. Sorry it started the way it did. Little confusion, haven't done one in a while in this format. So welcome. As you guys see, my name is Michael Huey. I'm an Elite Pro 7 with LifeVantage. I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I was in the fitness and nutrition industry for 27 years, trading time for money. I was very, very successful. I was in the top 5% of the industry. I graduated from Ohio State. I ran track at Ohio State. If you're just coming on, please mute your phone, guys. Okay, I muted everybody. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Chris, can you guys still hear me?
Yes, Mike.
Okay. Okay, so as I said, I've been in the fitness industry for 27 years. Guys, I'm grateful to Daniel Bernard, Elite Pro 8, for chasing me for 6 months to watch a video that here in a short period of time you're going to watch. What I've found is a solution to trading time for money. I had looked at several of these opportunities over a 27-year career. None made sense to what you're about to hear. I know you guys hear opportunity all the time. You may have your own opinion, but I pray that tonight you would keep an open mind if you're a guest and listen to the information, because I believe it will change your life the way it's changed me. So here's what I believe. I believe our health is one of the most important things we possess. Just ask anybody that doesn't have it. The second thing I think that's the most important thing we have is time. How many people do you hear say, I have no time to do anything? I have no time for my family. I have no time to work out. I have no time for a vacation. I have no time to eat right. I have no time. I was one of those people. I was working 60 hours a week. But what I knew when I heard this information, if I didn't make a change in my current situation, nothing was going to change. I had no retirement, and my wife's retirement was not very good. So let me ask everybody on here a question. Would you say that both of these are hard to control? Absolutely. But what I believe and know, there is a solution. There is a solution. So another question. Who on here wants the best of everything? Everybody's looking for the new iPhone. We just got the 7 Plus, and I sold our 6 Pluses to another business partner of mine. Do you want the knee replacement that my dad had 30 years ago, or the knee replacement that my friend Paul just had 3 months ago and is back to work already? And they told him he can run. Do you want the dirty yellow cab, or do you want Uber? I love Uber. I can just tell you that. If I could show you how to get your health and your time back, would you listen? I pray that if you're on here, you want to listen, you've heard some information, and you want to know if this is real. I pray that by the time I'm done, you will know that this is real. Who likes to age? My friend Brandon Cunningham always says, aging is for sissies. Who likes disease? Who would like to slow down aging and disease? Remember that. Aging and disease. Who uses antioxidants? I used to use about 20 plus antioxidants a day. What causes aging and disease? Free radicals, oxidative stress. These apples demonstrate how oxidative stress breaks down your cells. Look at the top apple. What happens when you cut it open? Turns brown. Same thing that happens in your cells when you exercise and breathe. Okay? Look at all of the diseases that are linked to oxidative stress for the eyes, the heart, the skin, the kidneys, the joints, the lungs, diabetes, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. The list goes on. Cancer, asthma, COPD, Alzheimer's. Guys, there is a solution. Look at this little chart over here on the right. Antioxidants, your traditional vitamin D, vitamin C, selenium, the list goes on and on and on. All the stuff that I took for years. It didn't work. It's old technology. Did it work a little bit? Yeah, it worked a little bit. But think about this. What if you could eliminate 1 million free radicals per second, per hour, per day? Your traditional antioxidant goes in to your body and eliminates 1 free radical, dies, exits the body. This technology that you see here on the left called NRF2, it activates your body's own natural survival genes and will eliminate up to 1 million free radicals per second, per hour, per day. So you're not supplementing your body, you're turning back on your body's own way to eliminate cellular aging and to reduce cellular stress, like you see right here on this page. And then we actually created the NRF2 was for the inside of the cell, and then we created NRF1, short for nuclear respiratory factor 1. And here's how it works. It increases ATP, which 90% of our energy levels come from ATP. It wakes up your NRF1 protein. Again, not supplementing your body, but activating your body. Think about this, mitochondrial biogenesis, one of the most researched topics in the world, and we're first to market on an NRF1 product. Newer and larger mitochondria. This means that your body functions more effectively, supports heme production, brain function, cognitive function. One of the kids that I train who's a high school athlete said, "Coach, I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming, I'm recovering. I want to go to school in the mornings now because I have so much energy." And he's about to get a scholarship because of his production this year in track. So combined with NRF2, natural oxidants reduces oxidative stress and produces cellular health. So let's move on here. And look at this. This is where the proof is in the pudding. I've never found a product in my 27-year career that has this much research. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, chief medical correspondent for CNN, wrote 6 pages in his book on Protandim. Sorry, guys, I'm getting some updates. Forgive me. And University of Florida is doing a study on the Navy SEALs. Harvard did a study on Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, which was in a movie. LSU did a study on skin cancer. American Heart Association on a heart study. Ohio State, the Mayo Clinic, Louisville. So just ask yourself this. Where do you find products with this much research? Where do you find that it's accurate? You go to a website called PubMed.gov. Look at the top. National Library of Medicine, National Institute of Health. 23 published studies. When I typed Protandim in the search bar 5 years ago, there was 3 studies. Just ask anybody that's taking a product to type it in the search bar, not the ingredients, the actual product itself, and find out how many studies. You won't find it. Look at this study down here about lifespan, number 4. This was an article in the Huffington Post, 5 ways to live longer. I'm going to skip number 2 because you're going to find out what number 2 is on the next page. Number 1 was sleep more. Number 3 was drink more water. Number 4 was eat healthy and exercise. And number 5 was drink green tea. And number 2 was take Protandim. I'm not going to highlight a lot on this, but I want to highlight 2 things. This was done by the National Institute of Aging, not LifeVantage. It was a 16-year study. It showed the differences between pharmaceuticals and natural products. The only natural product to extend life. And here's what I said. Remember, I said age and disease. And I want to read this one line. It was a federally funded and designed to shed a new light on the treatments conducted with the intention of extending lifespan and delaying disease. Guys, it's huge. My family and my wife's family don't have to live a long life on and not be healthy. They get to live a longer, healthier life. So last couple points of this technology, it's patented for 25 years, renewable for 25 years after. Just ask yourself, how do you patent an herb? You don't. No company ever has until us. We have 9 patents now. Most published research on a natural product in history, only clinically proven product in the world to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days and up to 70% in most cases in 120 days. So the longer you take it, the better your body fights off the way the body ages and attracts disease. All of our products are based on new science and new technology. This handful of supplements is the supplements that I used to take, 25, 30 pills. That was the payphone. Protandim Nerve 2 Synergizer is the new iPhone that I just bought. So you know why we're excited now. You know, it's this term nutrigenomics, the study of how naturally occurring compounds affect our gene expression. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a short clip for you. Some of you may or may not have seen this, but when you share this webinar with other people, they need to see this, because what I'm showing you going forward, I want you to pay close attention to what Dr. McCord says. Some of the stuff I've already shared with you validates what he said we hoped we could find. We hope that it can extend your life. We've already proven that. We know that it reduced oxidative stress. Remember, there is no placebo effect in blood or in animals. Okay? So remember, when you watch this clip, remember, they tested his blood.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Dr. McCord, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
It
wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes 2 antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes. So you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks,
Even mental disease,
yes,
depression.
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
Dr. James Crapo with the National Jewish Medical Center in Denver is also researching Protandim for the company. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would. I can't guarantee it's going to extend your life. I can't guarantee it's going to eliminate any diseases or cure any diseases.
But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old to find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. But because it's being sold as a nutritional supplement and not a drug, Protandim does not need FDA approval for safety.
It's the little yellow pill that scientists say could eliminate chronic diseases and help you live well into your hundreds. Quinones has been taking Protandim for 2 weeks now and tells Extra,
I am sleeping better. I feel a lot better and also energized when I do wake up.
You know, as a patient advocate, I stumbled upon Protandim almost 3 years ago. Someone introduced me to Protandim. I just looked at the research and figured out, hey, wait a minute, I have to take 360 oranges in one day to get the same effect of one pill? So, antioxidants, okay, these are still good, right?
Oh, not only are they good, but we've breathed a whole new life into this topic. We now know that you can actually boost your own body's defenses without even just taking vitamin C by eating lots of colorful fruits and vegetables. But there's also a new supplement on the market called Protandim that is made from an extract of herbs that actually upregulates and boosts your natural manufacturing of antioxidant enzymes. So this is going to reduce those harmful free radicals, reduce some of that cell damage associated with disease. And this is a double thumbs up.
How do you find the energy to keep doing it night after night? We get a lot of comments. So people have been emailing me and saying they love how you look, like you're ageless. It's incredible.
I have a secret.
What is your secret?
I have a secret formula. And it's a company called LifeVantage. They came up with a product called Protandim. Now, what causes the aging process is free radicals in our body, oxidative stress. This Protandim stuff, I've been taking it for 2 years.
We have it on the table right there.
Clinically proven to slow the aging process down. It reduces the oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. So I tested it, and it works. And the nice thing, it's not pharmaceutical. It's real food.
I'm going to have to give it a try.
Guys, I love watching that video. I've seen it hundreds of times. I know that all those people are still taking the product to this day, which is awesome. Let's talk about the company. Publicly traded. Look, when you're disrupting an industry of old technology, Peggy and I were talking about this before. We're looking for the people that get it. I use this all the time, and I'm going to talk about it at the end, but we are disrupting a $51 billion industry. Okay. We are telling them that the majority of that is no longer needed, and we can prove it. So you're going to have pushback, but we have the science and we have the patents to prove it. Forbes magazine listed us as a top 5 company for 2016. Business for Home gave us a AAA+ rating. Only 3% of companies ever obtain this. We have a 10-year partnership with Real Salt Lake, which we're going to get Those of you who are going to our convention next month will get to see them play. And they took the sponsorship over Wells Fargo because of those two things you see in the hands of the players. They get to take our products. Here's a look at traditional business model. Now, I told you this. I joined for the products, stayed for the business. I've enrolled 4 physicians, 4 of the top prominent physicians in my area, all the same way. Enrolled for the product, stayed for the business. If you know what we know, it's impossible for you to keep this information from people. So manufacturer to consumer, money back into wages, handling, truck maintenance, gas, vehicles, storage, handling, damage, shipping, driver's wages, handling, truck maintenance and gas, vehicle and cargo insurance, marketing and advertising, employee wages, theft, expired goods, back to the manufacturer, back to the consumer. Why? As do I know that this is a better way? And I'm going to be honest with you, I thought network marketing was for people who couldn't get a real job until I retired in 18 months, is because of this. And I'm going to let you know, every product I take is from a network marketing company because of this right here. This is what happens. It's transferred between manufacturer to consumer. The money that all of you saw on that last page goes into research and development of new products, higher quality products, improved efficiency, better quality, higher products, promotes repeat business, constant repeat business. We have an 80% retention ratio, the highest in the history of the industry. Then you can be an independent distributor, be your own boss, create leverage income, work. I'm not sure why that feedback is coming on. Okay, it's gone, thank God. If you just came on, you can mute your lines, please. One of the things that I really like is that you can be your own boss. And I'm going to show you how that works here in a minute. So this is my timeline, and then I'm going to show you 2 timelines. High school, went to high school, went to college, went to graduate school, became a personal trainer, six-figure earner in the industry. Average trainer makes about $35,000 to $45,000 a year. Then I got married to that beautiful lady there in the middle. And I do not want to be this guy over here on the right, the person that works at Walmart. People that from now that we see, I can just tell you this, the same people that were working at Walmart and Target and Kmart and all the stores when we were growing up are not the same people. I ran into a guy sweeping the parking lot a couple weeks ago at Bob Evans. He's 70 years old. So I just did a call earlier today with a millennial who was signing up in our organization, 25 years old, military guy. I showed him this. And these plans start with birth and death, okay? 20 to 25 years, right? You get the opportunity to learn, school, experience life. Maybe you get married, maybe you don't. Then you work for 40 to 50 years, whether it's disability, own your own business, or having a job. And then you get to live 15 to 20 years on a fixed incomes. Guys, this is proven to be 90% of the people living and breathing. Where this next chart, wherever that 5 to 10 years may be for you, let's say it's at retirement. What is retirement with not having a fixed income or financial uncertainty or medical bills or debt? What if it's at 40, like it was for Lisa and I? You get to live your life and leave a legacy for Lisa's family. We don't have children, so we're going to leave our business for our family. I ask you this question: do we spend money on Amazon or do we make money? Why do we use it? It's convenient. It's easy. You get free shipping if you pay to use it. But let me ask you a question. I said this to this young 25-year-old today. If I see a shirt or a pair of shoes he likes and he tells me that he got it on Amazon and I go on and buy it, does Amazon send Billy a check for my purchases? No. All I know is that if you know what I know, the only way you're not oxidizing is if you're not breathing. So you'll take Protandim the rest of your life. So what if every time you told somebody about it, you could create that type of leverage income just like Amazon does, but now you get paid. Amazon doesn't get paid, you get paid. Every time somebody buys these products, you get paid. And I can tell you what my wife told me in the very beginning of this. You won't keep this from people. If you know what we know, no matter whether people tell you no or yes, you only have an obligation to share the information with them. And then Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work till you die. Timing is about everything. I will tell you this, we are about 18 to 24 months away from going into what we call branding. I think it's going to be 3 to 5 years before we hit momentum after that, which you see is right around 400 million to 300 million. We're getting ready to go into that. And then that stabilizes for 8 to 10 to 12 years. I think ours is going to be longer because our products are patented and people need them. You'd be lying if this wasn't your question. How do you get paid and what does it cost to get involved? Guys, every business has a startup cost. It cost me almost $100,000 to start my training business. What I like about this, and you're going to see, it's a lot less than that. There's no reoccurring fees like Amazon Prime that my wife spends $100 a year. We do to use every year. Why? Because it's convenient. With this, all you need to do is pick the package that best fits your needs. And then you use the products for the rest of your life and you keep your business. It's a very simple business model. Nobody can close you down unless you do something that, would warrant that. But if you just use the products and share the information, you have a business. Of course, you also must learn how to do the business. And what's great is we have trainings like LifeVantage Academies where you can get trained. Here's the packages. All of our products, I've told you, are based on this nutrigenomics technology. I just lost almost 30 pounds on our new weight management system. All I can tell you is that I'm going to go to the prices on the next page. You can see that right now we have no shipping costs on our for the month of March, and you get 30%, 25, 25, and 20% more product in your packages. Just remember, one of my mentors in this business told me that whatever you do, good or bad, duplicates. So whatever you want people to purchase, if you want to build your business the fastest, then you do whatever you do with the people whose business are growing the fastest. And so this is kind of what it costs to get involved in LifeVantage. There's a platinum pack, a gold pack, and a silver pack. I'm going to go over briefly commissions. But remember, whatever you do duplicates. I don't know where you can start a business and have every single one of our products actually 30% more plus free shipping this month, where you can start a business for $1,200. You get, I think Chris was it that told me you get almost $1,400 in product. Plus you get 2 tickets to our next corporate event, our next convention, and that's worth about $400. So you get about $1,800 worth of product in the platinum. You get about $1,000 worth of information and product in the gold. I did a 90-day report on my business. 90% of the people signed up with a platinum pack, 10% with a gold, and less than 1% with the silver. So this is our income earnings statement. We're publicly traded. We can post our earnings statement. We're getting ready to have a new one come out. You can look at that. If you want to look at that deeper, you can go to lifevantage.com. Here's what I'm going to tell you in closing. People ask this all the time. Who got invited to Facebook? And the reason I put this on here is because my dad brought this up to me. Who got invited to Apple? Does anybody know where these all started at? Facebook started in a Harvard dorm room where 5 guys were invited and only 2 guys showed up. Big mistake? I would say so. If you haven't watched the movie Jobs, watch it. And you will, if you know what I know, you'll know that we have what Steve Jobs had. Apple started in a garage. Think about this. Steve Jobs almost quit several times. He was actually fired from his own company. Several years before his death, about 10 years ago, he was 24 hours away from bankruptcy. So if you have an Apple product, a Mac or an iPad or an iPhone, you'd probably have a Samsung or something else. He went through 500 people before he found one person. And you can see the Facebook branding and the Apple branding. The Apple branding doesn't even say Apple on there. The Nike swoosh doesn't say Nike on there. You just know it's a swoosh. And so as we finish, I kind of want to show you guys something. Hey, John. Okay. This is a new branding that LifeVantage has right now. You will see this as a brand going forward. I take my cross out of there, but this is a brand and this is where we're going. So I'm grateful that you guys have joined me today. I am going to stop the recording.